Welcome back. It's another video. I want to get into this. It's 5 uncomfortable questions that you can ask yourself to be more authentic in your videos and connect more with your audience. The first question is, what am I afraid people will find out about me? And how can I use that truth to connect with my audience instead of hiding it? And for me, I had to think about this question because I was thinking, what am I trying to hide? And then, your brain gives you smoke screens. And I think the main thing I was trying to hide is my actual upbringing and where I'm from. I'm not from a high class family. I'm not from a middle class family even. I'm from a working class family. I speak a lot of slang, and I think I was trying to make myself seem more professional than I am and less ghetto than I really truly am. And I think that's something I want to try and not hide anymore. That was the first one that came to my mind. It's just my upbringing. I feel like that is what I was hiding and behind this facade of me being this really professional guy wearing turtlenecks and putting on these fucking sunglasses. So I feel like this persona that I was trying to be it's because I'm trying to hide who I truly am. And maybe some of you guys are as well, but that's a question you should definitely ask yourself. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, let's go to question number 2. Question number 2 is, am I willing to share the parts of my story I've buried because they feel too raw, knowing that they could be the most impactful for others? For myself, I feel like this is a very powerful question because for myself, there's so many parts of my story that I'm not willing to share. Even though they might be the most impactful for my audience, I'm still a little bit scared to share them. The answer for me right now is no. It's actually no. There's parts of my story that I feel like if I shared, I'd get a phone call from my mum. Like, why the fuck did you say that online? Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, the answer is even no. For you, it might be yes. Knowing that that's actually what's going to help you connect with your audience more. And who knows, you might actually help someone. Question number 3 is, what's a story from my life that shaped who I am today, even if it's painful or uncomfortable to revisit? For myself, this is a difficult one because there's so many parts of my life that's been shaped by things that are uncomfortable to revisit. And there's one right now on the top of my head that I'm thinking, should I even share this? Should I not share this? I'll share parts of it, not the whole thing. But I have a friend who pretty much died in front of me, and that changed my entire life, changed everything about me. That was a massive turning point in my life, and it shaped me to who I am now. I became a lot more aggressive. I became a lot more willing to die myself because I watched someone else die. And yeah, man, that's so. Even me saying this now, I feel like I don't even know if I should share this, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to share that much. And in the future, maybe I'll get into it a little bit more and actually explain how it changed me in more ways, because there is a lot more to that actually happened to me from there, because I actually became more cold. I lost a lot of my feelings in terms of empathy, in terms of, I used to say, I still to this day say this to people when they bring up problems to me that I feel like is not like a real problem. I always say to people, there's more going on in life than this minor problem. And I genuinely believe this because I've watched someone die. I've watched someone die that was really close to me. I've got them tattooed on my arm here as well. So that's definitely something that's been a changing point in my life. You should ask yourself as well if you're planning to make content and you want to connect with your audience. The next question is, what do I believe about what makes life meaningful? Your version of what makes life meaningful is your version. So for me, what makes life meaningful for me is relationships, friendships, actually achieving things. For you, it might be something completely different, you know what I mean? So you've got to take time to really think about this question and write down what you think is the right answer for you. You need to ask yourself, what is that as well, so you can start sharing that in your videos. You can start sharing your personality a little bit more. The next question is, when I strip away the desire to be liked or admired, what message do I truly want to share with the world? For me, I want to share with the world the fact that creation doesn't have to be complicated and creation doesn't have to be perfect. I like to work with creative people, so this is why I want to make the people who are creative be more creative unapologetically. Just the act of creating is like therapeutic. There's a lot of artists who feel like this as well, and I feel like this myself. And when you create, you kind of get to be taken away from the world. Every problem that you've had or anything that your mind was racing on, you get this split moment or these few hours that are away from it, where your mind's empty because you're creating now. So without being judged, without having to feel like you have to make everything perfect in that moment, I feel like that's truly the message I want to give, so I can help creatives be more creative. The next question is, if my audience only remembered one thing about me, what would I want it to be? And am I communicating that clearly? Now, I think the answer to this question is going to change over time. But for me, right now, I feel like the main thing that I want people to know me for or remember me for is giving people the space to create freely, helping them become creative and not worrying what people think. That's the one thing I want to be remembered by. Like, I made people who are creative or wanted to be creative, even if they've never created in their life. Now they get the space to create because they've watched me. That's truly what I want. There's 5 questions that you should ask yourself if you really want to connect with your audience more. And if you like videos like this about learning how to create more content or be more creative in whatever creative endeavor you're taking, then make sure you watch this video next. And remember, just be creative, man.